Welcome to the 186th District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2021 CR 5479, State of Texas versus Keith Bermudez. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting this hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. The time now is 11:54 a.m. on the first day of July 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as you were in court, and all are instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Travis Banks for the state of Texas.
Abel Dominguez for defense.
Sir, are you the same Keith Bermudez who's charged by indictment with unauthorized use of a vehicle? Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a function of Zoom is called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment in this case. And are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Dominguez, do we waive reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. I'll note that there is a discovery acknowledgement that's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same, and I make it a part of the record. And then also note that there's an application for community supervision in this case. Are we not doing deferred adjudication on this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to make an oral motion to apply for deferred.
All right, I can do that, but I don't know what's been going on this week. We've been asking, folks are filing motions for requests for community supervision, but not deferred. We can do the deferred on oral motion, but I don't know why we're not just signing the paperwork. Makes it a little bit faster and easier, but all right, so we'll do an oral motion for deferred adjudication. All right, Mr. Bermudez, I'm going to use share screen again. I'm going to show you a document. It's called the Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference. And are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You understand it?
Yes, sir.
I'm using my cursor to circle around electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, sir.
And on this one, you just signed it as Keith. Is that your signature still?
Yes, sir.
All right. By signing this document, you're telling me two things. One is that you understand normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you are consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you sign this?
Yes, Your Honor.
The other thing is your electronic signature here, as well as all of your other electronic signatures in the plea packet before me, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed those documents. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, sir. All my signatures are valid.
Okay, thank you, sir. I approve the consent and I make it a part of the record. We're still in share screen, but now I'm showing you a document called the Court's Admonishments, and I'll scroll through so you can see it, but are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
On the bottom of page 4 is the electronic signature. This time it has your last name with it too as well, but is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments, that you understand the rights are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, sir. That is true.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And the rights that you're giving up is the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, sir.
Signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere from 180 days to 2 years in the state jail and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You've applied for deferred adjudication and there are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are, as if it's granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense and instead you'll be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful with that, then the case is dismissed. But if you're not successful, it could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense on that day and subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that before you apply for deferred adjudication?
Yes, sir.
Do you still wish to apply?
Yes, sir.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments. I make them a part of the record. We can go back into share screen. I'm going to show you the plea bargain in this case, sir. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
There's an electronic signature to the left. I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes, sir. Both of those are mine, correct?
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I'll let you know if I'm going to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. Punishment will be assessed with 18 months in the state jail with a $1,500 fine. State is making no recommendation on your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. And one of your signatures, the one to the left, waives your appeal. Is that your understanding of your plea bargain, sir?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If I do follow a plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow a plea bargain, then I'll allow you to withdraw the plea and we'll proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note you're certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual and rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to sustain the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights in enter a plea here today?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Sir, the offense is listed on your indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand that you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea?
Yes, sir.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, sir.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, sir.
After going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objections, Your Honor.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and attachments prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made, that there was sufficient evidence to support the plea and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation report and a TAP evaluation. We'll come back on another day for sentencing. Mr. Bermudez, we're almost done with your hearing. When we finish up, you need to stay on Zoom because you're going to meet with the probation officer about your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. Is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea?
I think
Yes, briefly. This case was to run concurrently with an MTR as well, another unauthorized use. Do we want to wait on that MTR till the PSI?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Rob.
We're going to see what we're going to do before I make a decision on the MTR. All right, this matter is now concluded. We are